Hi, I'm Philipe Eikemans. I'm a freelance illustrator in the Netherlands, and I focus heavily on fantasy artworks, illustrations, and designs. And I love to work with people to, in the end of the day, create worlds and make ideas come to life. So I actually have a game art background. I worked at a few gaming companies that created mobile games. So they required a very stylized and cartoony feel for their designs and their look. After working at those companies, I decided to broaden my possibilities of what I can do as an artist and finally become a freelance illustrator. As far as I can remember, I always loved to draw since I was a child. I had this weird fascination with creatures and insects. I used to live in Brazil, and that country has no shortage of weird animals. And so naturally, I would draw them. On top of that, I love to watch cartoons. I love to watch Cartoon Network and draw my favorite characters. And furthermore, till this day, I have a passion for games. Since the age of 7, I used to play Sonic the Hedgehog on the console called Master System. And that makes me feel really old. And I think I grabbed all these elements and used that as a library for the inspiration as an artist. And something that I really appreciate in the past is that my dad brought me to his work, and they used to work with Photoshop there. And he would just let me explore Photoshop and draw some dinosaur creatures. And I think that might very well be the catalyst of me becoming a digital artist. And it wasn't until a few years later that something in my mind just clicked. It was the game Oddworld, made by Lorne Lanning. And that game had one of the most immersive worlds and most unique designs I've ever seen in any game. And it wasn't until I grabbed the booklet from the CD case and watched at the page where they showed a photo of all the members that worked in that company, like the programmers, the artists, and all their names. And when I saw that as a 12-year child, I was like, whoa, wait. So you're saying that people worked on this? And that you can do this as your profession, and you can do this and earn a living with it? I want to do this. That's what I thought. And I think that was the spark that propelled me to the direction of me wanting to become an artist. So fast forward years later to where I'm now, after years of learning, studying, creating horrible artworks, I must say that being an artist is a perpetual journey of trying to learn, improve, and becoming better at your craft. And it's something that stays consistent even in your professional career. I think one of the most interesting parts of being an artist is that it satisfies both your creative and your analytical part of your brain. So you're not just an artist, you're a problem solver. You're solving creative problems your clients have. And it's those creative problem solving skills that can realize someone's vision. Every artist has their own approach and workflow when it comes to their process of creating their art. When I look back at my latest commission, for example, this is how my process would look like. I start out by creating a variety of designs first that are very rudimentary. They're like sketchy thumbnails. And I start by creating the line art, then I add some flat colors, and then I add some rudimentary light source. And all the while I'm creating these designs, I'm keeping a bunch of references in order to create the best possible designs. And after one or more of these designs have the desired results, we can go to the next step, which is finalizing it. And the first thing that I do is deciding what kind of world they're living in, like what kind of atmosphere, what kind of lighting is there. When I start out with defining the lighting, I keep it very rough before blending in the edges and going into details. In the end of the day, I don't think there's a more satisfying feeling than seeing what you just created after putting in so much focused work. That's one of the most rewarding feelings there is, and that's why I love doing what I do, especially if you can help someone else achieve that same feeling. Now, my goals go a little bit beyond the freelance work that I do. As I mentioned, I have a passion for games. Since the age of 12, I've been creating ideas and card games, and that passion really never went away. I would love to one day realize the projects of my own and share and give back to people the same experiences and meaningful memories that I once had. If I can share to the world meaningful experiences and memories that they themselves can create, my mission here on earth is done. I can die a happy man. So that's all about me. Once again, I'm Philipe Eikemans. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.